Good afternoon, dear students. I've come live. Ask your friends to join. You may have friends in other departments. Please call them, invite them. This is an important session for you, and tomorrow is your exam. And today we are going to do revision. So please call all your friends to join. Do join, do join. Yes, we'll wait for a few minutes for others to join. And can you just text hi so that I can see how many are watching me? Just type a hi or good afternoon or something. Yes. Shada, hi Shada. And I don't know who is folklore. Yes, Srirag. Okay, Srirag. Okay. So Srirag and Shada, please convey this that I'm here in live to your friends. I'll be waiting for a few minutes for others to join. Hope you had your food and all, isn't it? Srirag, you had your food? Shata, you had your food? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? If you're telling, we can slowly start. We don't want to waste a single minute. Yes, I'm audible. Hi, Fatima, Fati. Yes. Okay. So, maybe others will be joining soon. And yes, please type your names. Okay, I can say Shada, Fatima, Srirak, and all. Others, if you are joining in other names and all, yeah, the ID and all, please type your name so that I can know who all are here. Okay. Yes. Yes, we'll wait for a few more minutes for others to join. And where did your studies and all reach? Have you finished learning? Have you finished your revision? Just to start with me. Waiting for me to start? Are you all waiting for me to start? To start your revision? To start your learning? Yes, anyway, we'll finish this, okay, today. So, we'll do the revision today so that you can write your exam well tomorrow. Isn't it? Yes, we'll start, okay. So, first we'll start with environmental studies. Let me tell you something about the exam. You have 40 marks questions, isn't it? Yes, and you have to write 2 essays. One essay, it is a sure essay that you'll have a essay on environment. So learn what is environment, what are different components of environment, what is environmental studies, such things related to environment. A sure question will be from those topics. Environment and its components or ecosystem also is another important question you're going to have. Okay, ecosystem, environment, ecology. So it's a general question type questions will be coming for you. So learn it. Okay, first you have to know the definition of environment. Definition of environmental studies, which are the other components of environmental studies, which are the other subjects included in environmental studies, and all you have to keep it in your mind. Okay, and I should see everyone scoring about 30. Will you all score about 30, 30, 31, 32, 33 and all? Yes, I hope you all will score. No one will fail, I'm sure, because it's a simple paper. Okay, rather than gender, here this paper is very easy for you. Okay, because there are a lot to write, you can write it alone. Okay, we'll start with environmental study. Definition, scope, and importance of environmental studies. What is environment? Environment is that is surrounded where a person is living. That is a person's environment. So, environment, we'll see environmental studies deals with everyday issues that affect an organism. What is environmental studies? It's a issue or it's a study that deals with every issue that affects the organism. Okay, that is environmental studies. And a lot of subjects are there, geology, biology, physics, engineering, statistics. A lot of subjects are there which are connected with this environmental studies. And we'll see the scope. What is the scope of environmental studies? Okay. I am not going to read everything in detail, just brushing what you have learned already. Okay. What are the scope? As we look around the areas in which we live, we see that our surroundings were originally a natural landscape such as forests. So what are the scopes? Scopes: forest, a river, mountain, desert, and combination of these elements. Most of us live in landscapes that we have been heavily modified by human. So you can write about forests, you can write about deserts, you can write about mountains, you can write about plains, plateaus, and all that in this environment. You can write about renewable resource, you can write about non-renewable resource. What are renewable resource? Anyone comment me what is renewable resource? Or if you don't know like that, you can just give examples. What is renewable resource? The resource that can be renewed and used. For example, rain. For example, water. Water, even though if it is over, during the month of May and all, what happened to our well? It was fully dried out. And what is the condition now? The rain has come and refilled all our well. So our well is rich in water now. It was empty or it was dry during the month of April, May and all. Let's see now. There are a lot of water inside our well. So water is a renewable resource. And what do you mean by non-renewable? Non-renewable. One more thing, forest is also renewable resource. You can plant lot and lot of trees and you can rebuild what forest. Okay. And what are non-renewable resources? The resources if we are using it and once if it is over, we cannot replace those resources. Those are non-renewable resources. For example, petroleum. Anyone example? Can anyone give me example for non-renewable resource? I'm waiting to see your examples, to see your comments. Yes. Yes, minerals and oils. Yes, Amna Manullah. Yes, Amna. Yes, Farida, minerals. Yes, oil, mineral and oil. Yes, Shada. Yes, once if it is finished, it is finished. We cannot replace it. Okay, oil also. Yes, all are correct. Okay, Saurav. Okay, all are correct. And in this part, whenever you're writing about environment, environmental scope, environmental issues and all, you have to write what? There are two resources. They are renewable and non-renewable resources. Just give a explanation on that and give examples. You're going to get marks. Okay. Yes. Now we'll see the next part. The next part is importance. What is the importance of environment? What is the importance of this desert? What is the importance of this mountain, plains, plateaus, rivers, oceans and all? You can write in the importance of environmental studies. You can write all those things, okay? Yes. You can write about water resources. You can write about grasslands. And while discussing this, let me ask you, which are the factors that hinder or that disturb the environment? What are those factors that disturb the environment? Can anyone type me the factors that disturb our environment? Anyone can type me any factors? I'll give an example. the chemicals, the chemical fertilizers, overcutting of trees. Yes, pollution, very good. Pollution, yes, deforestation. Yes, pollution, deforestation, okay. Yes, most of you are giving answers, okay. Yes, very good. Deforestation. And we'll see. Then one more thing, you will have no questions from outside. Only textual questions will be there for your exams. For example, define environment. What is environmental studies? We discussed it now. What are natural resources? The resources that we got by naturally. Okay. Define non-renewable resources. What are the components of environmental studies? I'm just mentioning only the very important questions, okay? Not going through all the questions, only very, very important questions I'm discussing. And next we'll come to ecosystem. What is ecosystem? It is a region or a specific area for a living being to stay well. Okay, without any harm, it is okay. You're all safe in your house, isn't it? You're all safe in your college, inside your class. Your class is an ecosystem. Your home is an ecosystem. If I'm telling go and sit in English department, I'm telling to zoology student, go and sit in English department with the English student. Will you be comfortable? No, you like to be in your class with your friends. This is what ecosystem. I cannot take frog and keep that frog in desert. Why? That is not the frog's ecosystem. Or I cannot take camel and keep camel in the rainforest. Why? It is not possible. I cannot plant cactus in my garden. Nowadays we have indoor plants and all, but not like that. The cactus that is grown in the desert, I cannot take it and plant it here. I cannot take my rose plant and go to desert and plant it over there. The ecosystems are different. This is what ecosystem. Ecosystem is a region with a specific and recognizable landscape. Okay, it has a specific and recognizable landscape such as forests, grasslands, deserts, wetland and coastal regions. All these are examples for ecosystems. Okay. So always keep it in your mind. Desert is an ecosystem. Camel, rose flower, cactus. You have to keep this in your mind so that you won't forget ecosystem. Okay? Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. Am I audible? Please give comments. I don't know whether I'm audible or not. If I'm audible, please give your comments. I'm waiting, okay? So that I can continue. Okay. Thank you, Shada. Yes, thank you, Fatima, Fati. Thank you, Hadia, Hadi. I have to tell thank you to all, no? Because all are listening me. Yes. And here, another thing is coming, biotic and abiotic components. What are biotic components in an ecosystem? Biotic, biology, that has life. Okay, the organisms or the thing that have life is biotic. And what is a biotic? That doesn't have life. For example, stones, rivers, mountains, rocks, all such things in an ecosystem, they are what? They are what? Tell me, comment me. They are. Yes, let me see who's commenting first, okay? They are the rocks, the mountains, the plateaus, the plains, the sand. Yes, very good. Abiotic components. Yes, very good. Amna, Shada, Fatima, Fati and all is giving me answers. Okay, thank you. So you're listening. So ecosystem is important here. Biotic and abiotic components are also important in this area. Okay. Yes. Now next is biosphere. What is biosphere? Yes, what is biosphere? Biosphere, the thin skin of the earth on the land, the sea and the air forms biosphere. Biosphere is a place in which we live. Okay, we live, that is air will be there, water will be there, soil will be there. We'll be very happy living here in the biosphere. Okay, is this the biosphere? No, it is atmosphere. Okay, understood? Above this biosphere, it is atmosphere. And atmosphere is also in this biosphere. Biosphere is the area where we live happily. Okay, biosphere, it's a global thin skin of the earth. You can note it there. It is a thin skin of the earth on the land, sea, and the air from the biosphere. Okay, and this much thing is there. And sometimes in exam, some questions will be there. I ask you. Okay, you listen here. Okay. At the subglobal level, this is divided into biogeographical realms. Example, Eurasia called Lauratic realm, South and Southeast Asia. Then comes North America in the Nearctic realm, South America forms the Neotropic realm, Africa the Ethiopian realm, and Australia the Australian realm. Okay, that you can underline. Sometimes, I think before 3 or 4 years, a question came from this part in that page number 9. That first page, in the 9th page on the last portion, you read it. Okay, later you can read it. You just note the page number. You can read it later. I cannot discuss everything because we have to cover the whole textbook. Okay, and definition, you have to learn the definition. Okay, the living community of plants and animals in any area together with non-living components of the environment such as soil, air and water constitute ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? What is the definition of ecosystem? Learn it now itself. Okay, the living community of plants and animals in any area. It can be desert, it can be forest, it can be river, it can be pond, it can be ocean, anywhere. What will be there? Living organism, plants will be there, okay, animals will be there, everything together forms what? Ecosystem. The living community of plants and animals in any area together with non-living and living organism constitute ecosystem. You understood? Anyway, you have to learn it by heart because a question will be from ecosystem and also from environment. So you have to know what is environment and you should know what is ecosystem. You have to learn the definition, okay? And there are a lot of examples for ecosystem. That is, pond is an ecosystem, forest is an ecosystem, grassland is an ecosystem, wetland is an ecosystem, then desert is an ecosystem, coastal region is an ecosystem. Okay, let's keep all these things. Now we'll see ecosystem degradation. What is degradation? What is degradation? Give me comments. What is degradation? I'm waiting to see your comments. What is degradation? Yes, I'm waiting to see your comments. What is degradation? Degrade. Degrade. Upgrade. Degrade. What is degrade? Ecosystem degradation. You understood from my facial expression, isn't it? Degrade. Decay. Degrade. Means that? For example, I tell you, you know about forest and going and cutting all the trees in the forest. And the trees, it was a home for birds, for animals and all. A lot of birds had lived there in that tree. What? They had laid lot of eggs over there. And now see, I'm cutting all the trees. I'm destroying the ecosystem of birds. I'm destroying the ecosystem of monkeys, squirrels and all. So what is happening? The forest is getting degraded. You understood what is degraded? Ecosystem degradation means the degrading of the ecosystem. Okay. We are not protecting the ecosystem. Instead, we are destroying the ecosystem. If there is a pond, I have to build a house over there, or I have to build a farm over there. What I'm doing? I'm leveling the pond, and I'm building my shop over there, or I'm doing my farm over there. I'm not preserving, I'm degrading, destroying my pond, that is destroying the ecosystem. Okay, pond is another ecosystem. So that is also important, ecosystem degradation. So here in this topic, ecosystem is important, abiotic and biotic components are important. Okay, definition for ecosystem, ecosystem degradation, and examples for ecosystem. Okay, now we'll see the next poem. Fish. Who wrote fish? Who wrote fish? Who wrote the poem Fish? Who wrote the poem Fish? Botany, zoology students, if you don't know this, I'll smash you. I told the whole story and all. You don't know who's a writer, who's a poet? I'll smash you, botany and zoology students. Yes, Shada. Elizabeth Bishop. Yes, Fatima Fati. Aisha Ashraf. Amna. Yes, very good, very good. Why I told botany zoology students, you know, there are history students listening me, there are English students listening me, there are chemistry students listening me, there are statistics students listening me. But why I told botany and zoology, you know, I told the whole story of Elizabeth Bishop and all for them. Okay, and if they didn't tell me that poet's name, I'll smash them. It's all are giving, okay, all are sending me, or all are commenting me the names of that poet. Okay, Elizabeth Bishop, very good. Whenever you are writing an essay, you have to write about the poet, okay? The writer's name you have to write, okay? And Fish. Fish is a beautiful poem. It is a sorrowful poem. It's a poem with pain, right? The fish is symbolizing Elizabeth herself. Okay, Elizabeth's heart was also wounded up. She lost her parents at the very, very, very young age when she was a baby. And she was taken care, or she was looked after by the maternal parents. That is mother's parents. Okay, she was very happy with them. They looked her very well, and when she grew up, her paternal parents came to take her because they were very rich. Okay, maternal parents were not that much rich, but paternal parents, they were very rich parties. Okay, so what they did is they took Elizabeth with them. Elizabeth was not ready to go. Okay, she was very sad, right? Oh, she was staying happily with this Mama and Achicha. Okay, she was very happy. But now she was taken back to another ecosystem. See, another ecosystem, another ecology. Yes, she was taken. She's very sad. Okay, she's not interested in anything, but always she's interested in painting and fishing. Fishing and painting are her hobbies. And when she reached there, she's going to fish one day. Okay, her mind is disturbed, and she's going to fish. And one day, while she's fishing, she got a fish. She got a fish. And how was the fish? Very thin fish. What is the weight of the fish that Elizabeth is talking to us in this poem? What is the weight of the fish? A word is there describing the fish. Which is that word? You can write in your essay, dash fish. A dash fish. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Shata, Aisha, Ashraf, Fatima, Fati, very good. All are giving me answers. Shala, yes, yes. Just a tremendous fish. Tremendous means big fish. Huge fish is having a lot of weight, okay. And Elizabeth, she somehow tried to keep it in her boat. She was taking her boat and fishing. Okay, very good, tremendous. You are giving the right answer. Okay. Yes, anyway, she took that fish and she kept it in her boat. And she looked at the fish. How was the fish? How was the fish? Tell me, comment to me, how was that fish? How was that fish? very fat, very beautiful, very happy fish. Was it like that? Was it like that? How was the fish? It was not at all a happy fish. Its skin was wounded. Okay, and it had been in struggle for, yes, old, very good. It was an old injured fish. In your textbook, it is there. Okay, this fish, it had been gliding over some weeds and all. Lot of weeds are there in its body. Its body is injured. Its scales are torn, and its flesh is coming out. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, all are giving comments. Yes, and yes, fish. And she got this fish, and she's looking at the fish, and the scales and all are in pale color, not good color. The flesh is coming out, and that flesh is not very pink flesh. It is very dull flesh. And while seeing, you remember a faded picture, which was hang. It looked like a faded picture, a faded painting. Okay, it was not a very beautiful fish. It was a fish that started something. Okay, started struggling for days and days, and all those injuries are seen in the body of the fish. This injury you can see in whose heart? Elizabeth is comparing herself with the fish. Elizabeth is also disturbed. Her heart is hardened. Her heart is very much trembled. Why? She's away from her grandparents. Okay. Yes, we'll see. The body is infested. Okay. And tiny white sea lice is there underneath. 2 or 3 racks of green weed hung down. So I'm not going in detail about the poem. Just know that the poet herself is comparing herself to this fish. Okay, you can read the poem and go through the poem. Okay, yes. And last, what this Elizabeth is doing? Elizabeth is getting the fish to flow in the water. Now, after leaving that fish, after saving the fish, she don't want to kill the fish. She's letting the fish to go away through the water. What she's doing is, she's letting it, thinking that one day I'll also be taken near my grandparents. I don't want to be here. I will also be taken to my grandparents. I don't want to be here. So she's comparing herself with this fish. And see how happily the fish is moving when she put the fish in the water. This fish was very happy, swimming happily and going. And by seeing this, Elizabeth was also happy. Okay. Yes. This is that poem, Fish. And next is Trophic Cascade. Let me ask you one question from Trophic Cascade. Which animal was taken away from this forest? Sorry, the sanctuary or the national park? Yellowstone National Park. Which animal was taken? Yes, grey wolves. Very good. Grey wolves were taken away. But what happened in that park? Lot of problems are coming. Yes, grey wolf. Yes, Aisha Ashraf, Srirag, Amna, and all is giving me Shada is giving me answers. Okay, and see, they were not. They were taken. Okay, but later a lot of changes happened. The number of few animals started to increase, and some animals or some creatures, they were no more in that park. And so this grey wolf were brought back to this park. And after this, there are a lot of changes. Okay, we'll see. After the reintroduction of grey wolves, it is not deer, it's grey wolf. Okay. The grey wolf was brought back. Reintroduction of grey wolf to the Yellowstone National Park. As anticipated, their culling of deer trees grew beyond the deer stunt of the mid-century. In their up-trees, songbirds nested, who scattered seeds for underbush. So nothing is there. I cannot go through all the lines. I'll tell you. Some animals were not high in number. They were killing other animals and all. And this animal was taken away. But what happened is when this animal was taken away, the ecosystem was disturbed. Some animals, they started to grow fast. Okay. Some animals, they started to die. Okay. And grasses, birds, see, not only deer or not only the animals are affected, the birds are living over there, the grasses, the little worms, everything was affected. And when this wolf was brought back, all came. Animals came to drink water, fishes were there. Okay. And see, everything came back. This is what this poem tells us. If something is taken away from the ecosystem, it will affect the whole creatures in that ecosystem. Or 1 or 2 months, we will think, oh, nothing is matter, nothing doesn't matter. See, I'll tell you about your home. In your home, you'll have your sister, you have your brother, you have your sister, your parents and all. See, if your sister is got married and she's going to her husband's house, how it will be there? It will be painful for you, isn't it? Because she is washing your clothes. She is doing a lot of works for you. See, that time you'll be very much disturbed. Similarly, I cannot tell a lot of things in detail. Just an example I told you. Okay. Similarly, when one animal is taken, a lot of changes are coming in the sanctuary. That means ecosystem is disturbed. The ecology is disturbed. The order is disturbed. Some are growing highly, some are not growing. There is no food for others and all. But when it is brought back, everything is green in color. It means everything became happy. Okay. That is what Trophy Cascade. Now next is rightful inheritors of the earth. 2 years back, a lot of questions came from this area. Okay, rightful inheritors. That is Bashir's lesson. Bashir's lesson, and a lot of questions, 2 marks question and all came from this part. So you have to, this is easy one, okay. That is Bashir and his wife bought one farmland and a house was there. What is there? A lot of invaders, lot of visitors, trespassers were there without this permission. A lot of people came here. Who all were there? Who all were the trespassers? The cobra, the rats, the then mongoose. You remember everything? Yes. The birds, butterflies. Who were the first visitors? The first arrivals were birds and butterflies. The wide variety of birds and so many butterflies. Then came the crows. Okay, hens and chicks. Then came hawks. Then the snake, rats, everything are the trespassers. And what Bashir is telling, one day, Bashir's wife was coming, running, telling, see, all the birds are eating our jackfruit, when mangoes and all. Bashir is telling, doesn't matter. Mangoes are not only meant for us, let them also eat, because they are also nature's products. Okay, mangoes are not only us, let them. And I know I have taken in this lesson in botany, zoology and all. And you know how a cat disappeared? How did a cat disappear one day? Can anyone comment me? How did the cat disappear one day? I'm waiting for your comments. A cat disappeared. One day, Bashir's wife did something and cat disappeared. What was that action? to get rid of someone, Bashi's wife had kept something. She went to the market and bought what? I'm waiting for your answers. Waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for your answers. Give me the comment. She bought what? What did she bring with her? I'm waiting. Waiting for your answers. No one? No one? Am I audible? Let me ask you that first. Am I audible? Why no one is giving me answers? I'm not audible. If I'm audible, please give me comments. Am I audible? Amn't I audible? Please tell me. You don't give me the answers. Just tell me if I'm audible or not. Am I audible? Not audible? No one is giving a reply. A lot of students are watching me, hearing me. Where did they go? Okay. It is audible. Okay. Yes. She went to market and she bought poison. And that day, with the food items, she is keeping poison. And lot of rats. Huge number of rats. You have to learn it, okay? Because it was a question that was asked 2 years back. How many cats, how many rats and all were killed? I tell you, listen here, okay? She went shopping for 2 hours and bought many things. One was large tin of rat poison. The poison was mixed with bananas, rice, tapioca and left everywhere in the compound. In 4 days, 5 hens. 5 hens were killed. 12 squirrels, 200 rats and a cat disappear. So this number, you have to learn it. Because sometimes a question can come. Okay, you have to learn that. So she went to market, she bought large tin of rat poison. She mixed it with bananas, rice, tapioca and left everywhere. In 4 days, 5 hens, 12 squirrels, 200 rats and a cat disappeared. Okay, and still this continued and all this, I told you, in this field or this farm, Bashir bought this land by seeing the coconuts. And see, now the tender coconuts have been cut off. Each and every day, 10 to 12 tender coconuts are eaten and thrown away. And who are the culprits? We don't know who are the culprits. But it was not the rats, but even though the rats were killed, this thing continued. And who were the culprits? It was the bats. And Bashir's wife decided to kill the bats. And she asked her brother, one of her cousin, to give her a gun. And one day he bought a gun and all. And he gave her the gun. And next day, there is a temple and a banyan tree is there, and all the bats are staying and living happily there on the banyan tree. And she and her cousin, taking this gun, they went to shoot the bats in the daytime. Bats during daytime, it will be sleeping. So they went to kill the bat during the daytime. But suddenly they came back running with their lives. You know why? Because the people who are living in the temples, they believe that, the Hindus believe that the bats all are their ancestors. Okay, so they didn't allow this Bashir's wife and her brother to kill the rats. They came running. And Bashir is telling that the animals, the birds are the rightful inheritors of this earth, not the humans. Okay, that is a lesson. Then biodiversity is there. Biodiversity there. Same thing, okay, biodiversity, you can write about ecosystem, species diversity and all biodiversity. Then value of biodiversity is there. Then disaster management is there. Floods, cyclone, earthquakes, landslides. These are all the different types of disasters. And a question will be from this also. Sometimes to describe about cyclone or sometime about flood. You can write it, okay, because these are all general questions that you can write. Then what are the measures to manage these disasters and all? You can give alerts for the people like that and all. Then cyclones, everything is there, landslides and all. You can write general essays from this. Then real estate. Real estate is a poem by Sebastian. He's telling that I want a beautiful place which humans will not come and invade. They won't come here and they won't sell this place. So what I'm doing, I'm taking away all the beautiful things from this earth and building a new world, a new place. Okay, that is a poem, Real Estate. It talks about the selling and buying of the land and all. This whole land is polluted. The people are only having the money making goals in their mind. They don't love nature. They want to sell nature and make money. All these things Sebastian is telling through this poem, Real Estate. The truth about the floods. Who wrote it? Nassim Askeel has written the truth about the flood. Means the whole text is talking about the cyclones, disasters, the floods and all, the ecosystem, ecology, environment. So here, soon after a flood, the whole area is affected with this flood and people are really fed up with this flood. They are totally destroyed. They feel lost and someone is coming to visit this flood. That is none other than our poet. And how the people are reacting to this person. They are telling the governments they thought that this person was a government representative and they're not showing much respect to him. They're ignoring him. And this Nassim Askeel is telling, I'm not a government appointed as a person. I'm a poet. I want to write about things and all. And they are telling their very worries and all their problems to this writer, this poet, and he's writing in this poem. Okay, it's an easy poem. It's not a tough poem. And then comes Malsegandhi. Malsegandhi, already I have done a video. You can watch that video. Then comes the role of individuals, prevention of pollution. And different types of pollution. How to prevent pollution is also an important thing for you. You have to learn everything. And what is composting, what is fertilizer, what is organic fertilizer. Okay, all such things. You can write it alone. All those things will be coming. It is an easy part. Okay, the end of living and beginning of survival. Just go through all the textbooks. Okay. Then going local, it talks about the food. Okay, means a restaurant and a tea shop. Okay, for example, Tattigada. We'll tell Tattigada, no? Yes, Tattigada food. It will be very cheap. You can get a paramburi or a bonda for 10 rupees in Tattigada. But if you go to MRA or another Rollish and all, can you get a snack for 10 rupee? No, the price will be high over there. Okay, you have to compare. And the writer is talking all type of things. Okay, in this going local. Okay. And the last one is, yes, that is a going local is the last one. And if you have any doubts, you can message me. After watching all these things, you can message me and share with your friends. Okay, and do your exams well. One more thing I am telling, you have to write essay at least in 4 pages. Okay, means like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages you have to write essay. You write some quotations and all, underline the important points. Attempt all questions. Okay. If 8 questions are given, don't write the whole 8. Write if 8 questions are there and 6 you should attempt. Only write this 6 question. Don't go and write all the 8 questions. Okay. Yes, do well. Do prepare well for your exam. Don't be in tension. Relax. You have time. Go through your textbooks. Okay. Yes, so do your exams well. All the best for your exams, and we'll see in the next slide to take your gender. Okay. Okay. Bye. Do well your exams all.